am sitting on a simple wooden dock, the boards worn smooth by years of weather and quiet use. The chair beneath me creaks softly when I shift my weight, then settles again, as if it knows I'm here for a while. Behind me, the small cabin rests in darkness, its windows unlit, its presence steady and familiar. Ahead of me, the lake stretches out without a ripple, a wide sheet of stillness reflecting the night sky so clearly it feels like I'm looking both up and down at once. There is no wind tonight, not even a suggestion of it. The air rests against my skin gently, cool but not cold, as though it has found its perfect balance. I breathe in slowly, noticing how clean it smells, faintly damp, touched by pine and earth. Each breath comes easily, without effort, without thought. I don't try to control it. I just let it happen. The stars above are scattered generously, bright and patient. Their reflections lie on the lake's surface, unbroken, each point of light held in place as if the water has learned how to keep secrets. I watch the stars and their mirror images, and for a moment it's hard to tell where the sky ends and the lake begins. The horizon softens, dissolves, and I feel the same softening happen somewhere inside me. Far off, barely noticeable unless I listen for it, frogs call to one another. Their sounds are low and gentle, not sharp, not urgent. They rise and fall naturally, threading through the silence rather than interrupting it. Between each call, there is space. That space feels just as important as the sound itself. I rest my hands on my legs and feel the quiet weight of my own body, supported by the chair, by the dock, by the solid earth beneath it all. There is nowhere I need to go, nothing I need to fix. The night does not ask anything of me, and that feels like a gift. I let my gaze drift slowly along the edge of the lake, where the water meets the dark shapes of trees. Their outlines are soft now, blurred by shadow. During the day they stand tall and distinct, but at night they seem to lean into one another, becoming a single, gentle presence. I imagine their roots reaching deep into the ground, steady and patient, unconcerned with time passing above them. Time feels different out here. It stretches, it loosens its grip. Moments don't push forward, they simply unfold, one after another at their own pace. I think about how often I've hurried through days without noticing them, how easily hours can slip by unnoticed. Sitting here, though, each second feels full, complete on its own. A memory drifts in, unannounced, not a sharp one, not heavy, just an image of an earlier version of myself, standing at the edge of a decision, wondering which way to go. I watch that memory the way I watch the stars reflected in the water, without judgment, without the urge to change anything. That person did the best they could with what they knew at the time. I can see that now, clearly, calmly. I let the memory fade, not pushing it away, simply allowing it to move on, like a cloud passing slowly across the sky. Another thought takes its place, then another, each one gentle, unhurried. They come and go the way the frog calls do, leaving quiet in between. The dock beneath me feels solid, dependable. I imagine all the nights it has witnessed, people sitting, standing, waiting, thinking. So many thoughts held briefly above these boards, then released back into the world. Tonight it holds mine without comment. I tilt my head back slightly and look straight up at the sky. The stars seem impossibly distant, and yet their light has traveled all this way to reach me, to land softly on my eyes. There's something comforting about that. The idea that even things so far away can still offer quiet presence. I think about the many small moments that make up a life, not the big milestones people talk about, but the quieter ones, shared glances, solitary walks, cups of warm drinks held between both hands. So much of living happens in between the headlines, in spaces like this one. I feel grateful for those spaces now. The lake remains perfectly still. No fish break the surface. No breeze stirs the water. It's as if the entire landscape has agreed to pause together. I follow the reflection of one star in particular, noticing how steady it is, how it doesn't waver. Even knowing the water could move at any moment, I trust this calm to last a little longer. Another breath in, another out. My shoulders relax further, dropping just a fraction lower. I hadn't noticed they were tense before. That's all right. They know how to let go when given the chance. I remember times when I thought I needed all the answers right away, when uncertainty felt uncomfortable, even frightening. Sitting here, uncertainty feels different. It feels open, spacious. There's room inside it to rest. I don't need to know what comes next tonight. The night is enough. The frogs call again, softly, rhythmically. Their voices feel ancient, unchanged by centuries of nights like this. I wonder how many stars they've seen reflected in this same water. How many quiet observers have listened to them while thinking their own thoughts. There's a sense of continuity here, a gentle reminder that I am part of something ongoing, something calm and enduring. I shift slightly in my chair, the wood responding with a quiet sound, then settling. Even that small noise feels appropriate, like it belongs here. Nothing startles, nothing disrupts. I let my mind wander to the cabin behind me, its simple rooms, the way the floorboards sound under bare feet, the familiar shapes of furniture in low light. It's waiting patiently, just like the dock, just like the lake. Knowing it's there adds to the feeling of being held, supported on all sides. Thoughts of past choices surface again, but they don't carry weight. They're simply part of the landscape of my life, like hills or valleys seen from a distance. Each choice led to the next moment, and that chain of moments led me here, sitting quietly under the stars. That feels sufficient. That feels right. I notice how the darkness isn't empty. It's full of subtle differences, deeper shadows near the trees, softer ones near the water, faint glimmers where starlight touches just enough. Darkness doesn't erase, it simplifies. It lets certain things rest. My breathing slows further, finding an easy rhythm. With each exhale, I imagine releasing a little more effort, a little more striving. There is no need to hold on to anything tightly tonight. The lake holds the stars without grasping them, and I can do the same with my thoughts. Another memory floats by, laughter shared long ago, the warmth of companionship. It brings a small smile, then drifts away. No longing follows it, just appreciation. I let that feeling linger gently, then fade. The night continues to unfold exactly as it should. Nothing changes quickly. The stars remain. The frogs continue their quiet conversation. The trees stand watch. I remain seated, present, aware. I think about how rarely I allow myself to simply observe, without analyzing, without planning. Sitting here feels like relearning an old skill, one that was always there. I don't need to improve this moment. I only need to be in it. The reflection on the water feels like a second sky, a reminder that perspectives can shift without effort. Sometimes all it takes is stillness to see things differently. I let that thought settle, then dissolve back into the quiet. Time stretches again. Minutes pass unnoticed. Or maybe it's hours. It doesn't matter. The night isn't keeping score. I feel a deep sense of acceptance, not as a conclusion, but as a gentle undercurrent. Life has unfolded in its own way, and it continues to do so. I don't resist it. I don't chase it. I sit with it. The way I sit with this lake. The frogs call once more, softer now. Or perhaps I'm simply more attuned to the silence between their voices. I listen until sound and quiet feel like the same thing. My eyes rest on the far shore, then drift back to the stars, then down to their reflections. Each movement is slow, unhurried, guided by curiosity rather than intention. Eventually, even thoughts begin to thin out, appearing less frequently, like stars hidden briefly behind passing clouds. I don't try to hold on to them. I let the night do its quiet work. I am here. The lake is here. The stars are here. And for now, that is enough. I stay where I am, seated on the dock, with nothing pulling me away from this moment. The chair supports me without sound. The wood beneath me feels settled, familiar, as if it has always known this quiet weight. The lake remains smooth and dark, holding the stars in a loose, shimmering pattern. Their reflections are faint now, softer than before, but still present. I don't follow any one of them for long. My eyes rest, drifting slowly, unhurried. The cabin behind me stays still. It doesn't ask for attention. Just knowing it's there is enough. Its silence blends easily into the larger silence of the night. Somewhere across the water, a frog calls once, low and gentle. The sound carries briefly, then fades, leaving the air even quieter than before. After a while, another call answers, softer still, as if it too is settling in. The trees along the shore stand without movement. Their shapes are simple now, softened by darkness. They no longer feel separate from the lake or the sky, but part of one wide, resting presence. Thoughts come more slowly. When they do appear, they are thin and quiet, like ripples that barely reach the surface. They pass without needing anything, leaving behind long stretches of stillness. I watch the water without really watching. Light and shadow meet there, then dissolve. Nothing changes, and yet the moment continues, gently unfolding. The night feels steady, patient, unconcerned with time. Minutes stretch and blur, losing their edges. A distant frog sound returns, barely louder than silence itself. It blends so completely into the night that it feels less like a sound and more like part of the air. I remain seated, relaxed, held by the dock, the lake, the quiet sky above. There is no effort in staying, no reason to move. The stars continue their quiet reflection. The water continues to hold them. The night continues to be exactly what it is. And in that steady calm, everything feels soft enough to rest.